Hey everybody, it's Genoa with the Crafty Mess here with another YouTube video. We'll be making this shirt using my Cricut Maker, my portable mini heat press. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and make sure that notification bell is turned on. If you are already subscribed, welcome back. Make sure you're liking the video and leaving a comment below so I'll know what you're looking forward to next on the channel. Okay, so we're going to start from our project map screen. And you can get there by hitting the plus sign to get a new project. And what I'm going to do is I am going to upload an image that I got from Creative Fabrica. So we're going to go to upload. Here's the image right here. And I'm going to click add to canvas. Before I send this to my Cricut machine, I'm going to make some changes to the file. So first things first is I'm going to remove this background over here. So over here on the right, I'm going to click through my layers and I'm going to hit the I button on that to close it. And then I'm going to hit the I button on that and close that one. So now I'm left with just one layer and I don't have to worry about cutting out a shadow layer. Now I'm going to draw a box over everything and I'm going to hit attach. And the reason I did that is because when I send it over to the mat, I want it to cut in this order. Otherwise, what would happen is it would separate everything up. And let me show you. I'm going to hit detach and that'll take it back to where it was before. And I'm going to click make. And look how it appears on the mat. See how everything is all broken up? I don't want that. I want it to look the same way that it looks on my canvas. So cancel, go back, draw over everything and attach. And now when I hit make it, you can see it's exactly how I want it to look. So I'm going to cancel that again because we need to resize it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my canvas just a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to go here to templates. So I'm going to click template and I type sweatshirt. Actually, let me type hoodie. I can't remember what it's listed under, but we'll find out soon enough. Hoodie, there you go. So I'm going to click on hoodie. And what it does is it provides you a template that you can use as a guide to help size your images. It is not exact, so you can't, you have to still do your measurements on your own. This is just a guide. So over here on the right, if I select hoodie and make sure it's highlighted, what I can do is I can go up here and I can change the style and the size. So right now it's set to women's classic. Hit the drop down menu. I'm going to change it to men's classic. Okay. They also have zippered, kids, and toddlers. I'm going to go to men classic. And I'm going to change the size from extra small to 2X. Again, it's just a guide. You'll still want to do your measurements, but I can take this and put it over here and size it for the size that I want on the sweatshirt. See how that works? Now, this is just a guide. When I send it over to the mat, it's not going to show up. So it's just while I'm working here on the canvas. So this is at this right here is about a size that I'm happy with. So I'm going to hit make it and send it to the mat. It doesn't matter that it's showing that it's in pink because I'm going to be putting a camouflage vinyl down. And so it'll just cut it out, whatever vinyl I put down. I want to make sure I'm hit this mirror button because we are going to be doing iron on. And so you need to reverse it and then hit continue. And I'm going to select the everyday iron on setting. I just like to put my default pressure to more. It's not necessary, but that's what I like to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and load my materials into my machine. Okay, so we have our design sent over to our mat. Next thing is we need to load our materials. I'm going to be using this camouflage iron-on vinyl, and it's from the Paper Studio, which is a Hobby Lobby brand. And you can see the price was originally $13.99, but they had it on sale. And I've just kind of had it on hand for quite a while, few months, and hadn't used it yet. And then I just got a request from someone last week asking for a shirt with camouflage lettering, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, how perfect, because I just so happen to have some camouflage vinyl that I haven't used. So I'm just taking a little tape off of that. I'm gonna load this onto my mat. I haven't ever used the Paper Studio vinyl, so I don't know what the quality is like, but I definitely had to give it a try because you can't beat that price. So I'm not going to cut my vinyl. I'm just going to keep it rolled like this, and that way once I'm done cutting out, I can just cut across and not waste any. But what I am going to do, because my mat is kind of old, I'm going to add some strips of painter's tape just to hold it down and make sure that it doesn't shift while it's cutting. And this is something that I do with my vinyl and with my cardstock, because the painter's tape will just come off typically without damaging your project. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get that loaded. Alright, so we have our light flashing. It means it's ready for the mat to be loaded. Okay, and I already set my materials to iron on, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the flashing button, and then we will begin to cut the project. Okay, so we got our vinyl cut out. Now it's time for us to weed. So I'm going to unload the mat and then just carefully peel the painter's tape, and it should just come right off, no damage. And you can actually keep this and use it again. You'll see probably from my other videos where I just have painter's tape and pieces of tape randomly stuck to things in my craft room. And then whenever I need one, I'll just grab a little piece. Okay, so I can't really see it, but I can feel that the cut lines go down to about here. So I'm just going to... I'm going to take this little rotary cutter that I got from the Dollar Tree, and this is a square ruler that I also picked up from Dollar Tree from the hardware section. If you guys haven't checked out the hardware section in the Dollar Tree, check it out. Okay, so similar rulers could cost quite a bit, so just got this one for $1.25. Let me just make sure that I put enough pressure that it's cutting through the vinyl. There we go. And then I have this piece that I can use for a different project. And like I said, I've never used the Paper Studio vinyl before, so this will be a treat for me to see how it turns out. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove the rest of this painter's tape, and then we're going to start weeding. Okay, so hopefully this will weed easily. I'm just going to start in the corner, and then using my little picker tool, I'm going to pick until that, oh my God, it weeds super easy. Oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. it was so easy to find a corner and just start picking. I'm gonna go from this corner here just to make sure that wasn't just like a fluke. Let's see how easy it is to pick up the corner. Oh my god, yeah, really easy. So let's see, once we start, I could have cut off a lot of the vinyl over here too, but yeah, it's weeding super easy. That's amazing. Okay, so I apologize for any sniffles you're hearing, but my allergies, I woke up and they were really kicking my butt today. So I'm just gently just pulling the vinyl back, and it is coming away very easily. So this is a game changer for me then, because Hobby Lobby, which is where the Paper Studio brand comes from, they put the Paper Studio, anything that has the name Paper Studio on it, not just the vinyl, but anything that has Paper Studio on it, they typically will put on sale every other week for 50% off. So they sell more than just vinyl with that Paper Studio brand on it. For example, this is a Paper Studio mat that I use for my Cricut. It came in, I believe, a 3-pack, either a 2-pack or a 3-pack. And you get 50% off when they list it on sale. So I didn't pay full price for that. I also like to use their printable vinyl. So this is Paper Studio brand printable vinyl, and this stuff is amazing. I like it better than the Cricut brand, honestly. That's just my personal opinion. I like it better than the Cricut brand, and I only purchase it when they have it on sale. So I feel good knowing that I'm not paying a really high price for it. So, okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go in and weed out all of the bits and the letters. But this is what it's looking like so far, and I love the camouflage look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick out all these other letters out. Okay, so then what I like to do is I like to take my shirt and fold it in half, and then you're gonna take your iron. You just want to kind of make a mark in the middle of the shirt to help you with placement, okay? So you don't have to do it for very long. Let me open this up. So you can see there's just a faint line that goes down the middle of the shirt, and that helps with alignment. And then I'm going to take my design, and I'm going to fold the design in half, and then just at the very top of the vinyl sheet and at the very bottom of the vinyl sheet, you're going to create a crease. So that gives you a line that you can line up with this seam that you created with your press, and you just line up the top notch and the bottom notch on that line you created down the middle of the shirt, and that helps to make sure everything is centered and even. And then I'm going to use my little ruler. I like to measure down about 3 inches from the neck of the shirt, and that's where I place my design. So I'm just getting this all lined up. Okay. And then I'm going to get my little heating pad thing so I can put underneath. Okay. Make sure it's on there. Make sure it's lined up. Check and double check. And then once you're satisfied, then you can go ahead and press. And I just want to make sure I'm getting it even. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and press. If you want to use a Teflon sheet, parchment paper, anything like that, you can. But the carrier sheet is going to protect your shirt and protect that iron-on vinyl so it doesn't get stuck to your press. And I'm just applying a light pressure along with the heat. Okay, and if I can find the links and everything for this press, then I'll list it in the description box. But so far I'm loving it. You couldn't beat the price. Okay. Now I haven't used the Paper Studio iron-on, so I'm not sure if it's a cool or a warm peel. Looks like it may be a cool peel. So we're going to let this cool down for a bit before we remove the carrier sheet. Otherwise, the vinyl won't stick to the shirt. And so it definitely seems like it's a cool peel. So it's cooled down a bit, and you can see now that the sheet is easily coming away from the vinyl. So what I usually do, and this is just what I do, I don't know if it's the right way, it's definitely not the only way, is I'll allow it to cool enough so that I can remove the carrier sheet. But then I put the carrier sheet right back on, and I heat it up a few more times. Actually, this time I'm not going to do the carrier sheet. I'm just going to grab a Teflon sheet. But then I like to go back over it just to make sure that all of the vinyl is adhered to the shirt, that there's no pieces that are sticking up. And usually I don't have a problem removing the Teflon sheet. It doesn't stick to the vinyl at all, so you don't have to wait for it to cool or anything like that. But I just like to go over it a few times, applying some light pressure as I'm doing that, just to make sure everything is sticking down. Okay. I like to press my vinyl until I can kind of see the fibers of the shirt coming up through the vinyl, and I know that it's really stuck on there and adhered. But this is the finished project. We're all done. So last thing we need to do is just to package it up and send it on its way. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you hit the like button and that you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all of the people who have taken the time to leave comments on the videos and subscribe to the channel, like the videos. It really does help, and I appreciate it. Also, I am going to continue on with this series that I'd been working on previously with using my unused or lightly used craft supplies. So continue to stay tuned for that. Until next time, this is Genoa with a Crafty Mess. I'll see you guys later. Bye.